Welcome to week 3. This week we're discussing some probability topics. This is where it gets a little bit exciting as we talk about the statistics and we are kind of predicting what are the odds, right, of something happening. And so to do this we have quite a bit of terminology that we need to use. So there's a little bit of the section that we're going to be working on the vocabulary, and there's a nice key to the vocabulary in your book which is very helpful. I think that's on page 213, but I have it listed down below. Then after that, we're going to be working on the idea of mutually exclusive or independent events. These have a lot to do with how we can perform calculations and what the results of those calculations will be. Then we will want to be able to calculate using the rules of addition and rules of multiplication that are for probability. These will help us to get the right answers. I believe that some of you may remember some of those PSSA tests, and when you had several different kinds of toppings that you could put on your pizza or toppings for an ice cream sundae, and what were all the different combinations and things. That's what we're talking a little bit about when we are talking about our rules of addition and multiplication. It gets a little bit more complex than that, but there are some very simple ways to figure out those kind of combinations and how to calculate them. Then we want to be able to construct a contingency table, which looks a lot like a frequency table that we have done in previous weeks, but it has two moving parts, two variables that we're checking on and seeing how they relate to each other. Let's say a group of people, and we're seeing if they're male or female, if they go to the movie or not go to the movies, if they buy popcorn or don't buy popcorn. Several moving parts. That's what a contingency table is. And we see how those parts relate to each other. Then we're going to discuss Venn diagrams, which are used a lot to look at intersections of different groups and the numbers of people that are doing more than one activity or just simply one activity. But a Venn diagram I think most people are familiar with. And then we'll also look at tree diagrams, which looks at possibilities of outcomes. It could be this way or it could be this way, and it continues on and helps us to have a visual on what those calculations are going to look like. I hope it's a fun week for you. Probability has a lot of interesting things. Check out some of the extra resources I have for some videos that if you really get into the subject and want to learn more. Let me know if you need help. Thanks.